knows what's in you. He knows the secret innermost chambers of your heart. But do you know you? Many of us have said that we'll follow Jesus regardless of what? Until the test came. Peter thought that he loved him. Peter thought that he would never deny him until the test came. When the circumstances appears dark and dreary, will you deny God through your testimony? Many of you have said, well, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. And one wonders, did the Lord really give you that thing, or did you just get it just because you can? I've been talking to many fellow pastors, and they're telling me of the struggle that the churches are having. How many of them, because they cannot meet their house note or their car note or whatever the bills that they can meet, they have thus shortchanged their responsibilities, their commitment, their covenant pledges to God in tithe and offerings. And my response? Had their love been perfected, what would separate them from the love of God? Houses, lands, cars, nothing. No condemnation. It's okay. We're being processed. We're being proven. We are being transitioned from darkness, from carnal to light. Many of the things that we were allowed to get just because we could, it was not in wisdom that we acquired them. Because there's a sale, and because we can, does it really mean that you should? And having done this so many times and times again, then we look around and find ourselves consumed about with so many bills. And many of the stuff is already worn and dilapidated, but we still have to pay for it. And then when we look to give God an offering, to give him that which is his anyhow, but he's only required a tenth and an offering from it, there's nothing left to give. One wonders, if anything should be last, should it be God? Is it not the first fruit he is requiring before the house note, the car note, the bills, and even the food money? Cannot God provide for you a table in the midst of your wilderness? Cannot God make that house note be paid once you give him that he has required? Cannot God give you food when there's no more money left after you've given your offering? Yes, he can. But where is your love? Where is your faith? Where is your love? Beloved, think it not strange. Don't be amazed, don't be upset, don't be surprised. You're being proven. I remember in my years, some 40-some years ago, when I was up under a bishop, we had covenanted to pledge a certain amount for a building project for the church. And I was on the field, and money was lean. Now remember, I had a choice to pay a car note or to give that pledge. It was a free will offering, but I committed. I committed out of love for God, not out of fear that the bishop would somehow curse me or whatever the case might be. For you must give out of love and faith. For that which is not of faith is sin. And when the choice came, there really wasn't a choice, because God would be first in my life. And so I gave the pledge. I continued to go on the road, realizing that my car note was behind. And I did the next meeting, I did the next several meetings, and there still was not enough to pay the notes on my car. And when my revivals were over, I came back in town to my home, and immediately the next day, the car dealership came to, what they say, to repossess my car. And I told them that they can take my car away, but I'll be there to come and get it again. And he looked at me as if I was crazy, of course, because he didn't understand that my God, not only did he own the car, but he owned the lot that the car was on. In fact, he owned the entire planet where the lot was on. And I knew that if God would allow that car to be taken, he had another. For he knew that I needed transportation to do his bidding. So, let the proving take place. And the man drove my car off the lot with a big sign on my rear bumper that I had placed, which simply said, "The devil is a liar." Didn't mean God was going to give me that car back. Didn't mean that God would even give me a car. One day he would, if he wanted me to travel beyond where I had to go. That's God's problem. I simply supply the faith. And as my car went off, I called up a friend and asked them to drop me off at the car dealership. Not even to leave to wait for me.